that English is an international language. So what does mean by international language? The language which is used all over the world for smooth communication. For smooth communication, the word is very important here. Smooth communication, it is an international language. So we should think we are actually what we are saying. If we become able to make my audience understand, if my audience can understand what I am saying, that means I am very proficient in this language or in this communication. So if I am speaking English with anyone, and if my audience or whom I am talking, he can understand what I am saying, that means I am perfect in speaking. Assalamu alaikum. In my previous video, I made a conversation with my Malaysian friend Hamis. By watching this video, many of my friends and students asked me actually how I speak English so fluently. But to be honest, I don't think so that I am very much fluent in English. But it is true that from the very early stage of my life, I have tried several ways, I have followed several ways to speak English. As they asked me to give advice or give some suggestions how I speak English, so I am pretty much sure that I have followed five major important things. So I am now sharing these five important things to with all of the audience and all of the students and my friends who are actually taking preparation for IELTS, and they actually face Viva. In Viva, they must have to speak English. So I just want to say you just follow these five things to speak English fluently. First of all, I want to say that think English is a language. Don't think that English is a subject. If you think that English is a subject, then it will make you abstraction or distract you to speak English fluently. If you think that English is a subject, then it will be very much easy for you to speak English. For example, if I say many of my friends actually staying in Saudi Arabia, after coming back 2 years later in Bangladesh, they can speak very fluently in Arabic. So what is the reason behind this? They think that Arabic is a language. The people of Arabic, they can speak Arabic, so why I cannot? So that's how they actually can easily speak in Arabic. If I say, if I sharing you the second things is that shyness. When I actually try to speak English with my friends, then of course I make mistakes. That is easy, but I also feel shy that how I will start the conversation if I make any mistakes. If I say something wrong, then we feel actually some nervousness or some shyness. So this shyness actually make a very big great abstraction to speak English fluently. Then the third important thing is nervousness. We are very nervous when we try to speak English with our friends or with our society, with our teachers, with anyone. We feel nervous. This nervousness is also a very great abstraction to increase the quality of our speaking English. The fourth important thing is that we think grammatical mistakes is very important measure. So four important thing is grammatical mistakes. When we speak English, it is very much easy. We will make grammatical mistakes because English is not our mother tongue. Our mother tongue is Bangla. So we from the very early stage of our life, we speak in Bangla. So it is very common when we actually speak English, we make grammatical mistakes. We make several, it is easy, we make several mistakes. Be easy, man. It will be very common. You will make mistake because English is not your mother tongue. Your mother tongue is Bangla. So grammatical mistakes or pronunciation, it is very common. Mistakes is common. So I think if you actually English is when we actually speak English, as we know that English is an international language. So what does mean by international language? The language which is used all over the world for smooth communication. For smooth communication, the word is very important here. Smooth communication, it is an international language. So we should think we are actually what we are saying. If we become able to make my audience understand, if my audience can understand what I am saying, that means I am very proficient in this language or in this communication. So if I am speaking English with anyone, and if my audience or whom I am talking, he can understand what I am saying, that means I am perfect in speaking in speaking English or speaking Arabic or speaking Bangla. That means I am able to make my audience understand. That is the language, that is the communication. The five important thing is that pronunciation. When we actually start the conversation, then I think I am come from very rural area. That's how I am not so much proficient, and my pronunciation is very like rural areas people that make the obstacle when you are actually trying to speak English with your friends or anyone. So these pronunciation mistakes is common because English, there is no obstacle, there is no actually mandatory think that you must have to use American accent, you must have to use British accent. You can speak English what accent come from your actually from the inner of your mind, from the inner of your voice. So it is easy that pronunciation mistakes can be happen when you're actually speaking English. So don't think about that. And the most secret and important thing is that when I actually feel alone, or when I actually stay alone in my room, then I talk with myself, like close my eyes and I'm thinking, oh Saidur, how are you? Then I ask myself, oh I'm fine, and you? So what things you actually overcome today, or how much you actually improving yourself today? I just asking these questions by myself, and I answered these things with myself. That's how I can actually improve my speaking English. And also another secret important thing is that when I actually come back to my home, one of my one of my actually youngest sisters, his name is Marjactor Mitu, I also try to speak English with her. Sometimes I tell her that you should answer me in Bangla, but I will speak English with you. That's how I always make a conversation with her. That's how I make my English pronunciation. That's how I actually actually improving my speaking English day by day. And I think if you people and my students and my audience and my friends who actually asked me to speak English fluently, what I am following, what I am actually how I am actually improving this, and if you follow this way, you can also improve your English speaking, and you can also improve your pronunciation, you can also improve your fluency. So I think this video will help you to actually improve your fluency in English. So thank you very much. Stay connected.